Good morning, AHS, and welcome back for the spring semester. The counselors have a few things they'd like to go over regarding your schedules and just preparing for this school year. In your first period class, you should have received a paper copy of your second semester schedule. If you'll get those out, we are going to take a look at those and just so that you have some information on how to read that schedule and just some things to check and make sure you have on your schedule. So your second semester schedule will look something like this. Some things for you to look for. You want to make sure that you have 7 class periods listed on your schedule. So if you look over in this very first column, this is where you'll find your class periods. So you should have 7. And then you'll have 1 extra for an advisory. So you should have 7 class periods over here. The next thing you'll want to look for is just, this is the name of your classes here, the room numbers, and your teachers. Just something for you to know. This year, because of the situation and because things are so different, your schedule may have had some changes at the semester. Some of the classes we had to add, some of the classes we had to take away. So there may be a change to the order, and there may even be a teacher change. So those are things that we really can't avoid just because of different class sizes. One of the things you will want to double check is just to make sure that the classes that you have are the classes that you're supposed to have. Some students, for example, make a change to their schedule in the first semester, and sometimes it doesn't always save. For example, let's say you were in pre-AP chemistry, but you moved to on-level last semester. And then if you look at it here, it still says pre-AP chemistry, then that would be an error and we'd need to get that fixed. There are some classes that are semester-long classes. For example, health is a semester-long class. So is sociology, psychology, interpersonal studies, professional communications. Those classes, you want to make sure if you do have a semester class that you haven't already taken it. So for example, on this schedule, health. If you've already taken health, you want to make sure you let your counselor know so you don't duplicate a credit. And then also just check that the classes that you have are what is supposed to be on your schedule. If there are certain errors to your schedule, we are opening up the schedule change request QR code. We have it here, and we also have a copy in front of the counseling office for you to scan. Just know that not all requests will be honored, and most won't, only if there's an error in your schedule. So if you do not get a response from us, that means we're not going to be able to honor your request. Approved changes would be incorrect classes, a class that you've already taken, a class that you need for graduation. If you have duplicate class periods, those would all be things we would consider to approve a schedule change. Unapproved schedule changes would be changing the order of your classes, changing electives, changing lunches, or changing teachers. So you're welcome to put in a request, but just know that not all of those will be honored. We are very excited to see you guys back at school and work with you this semester. We're working toward planning for next year, and for some of you that looks like college. For some of you that will be scheduling for next year. So we look forward to being in your classes and meeting with you guys soon.
You should probably read all your poems out loud. Dogs are very good to read poetry to. Cats, not so.
Happy New Year. As we ring in another new year, it's time to stop, reflect on the past year, and make decisions on what we're going to change. Stay to the end as I share 15 resolutions that you should consider making this year, including one based on the scientific evidence involving gratitude. Hi, this is Professor Bo Bias. It's that time of year when we resolve to make changes. Regardless of when you're watching this video, consider making some or all of these changes to your life. Studying. Try new approaches to studying. Many of us get into a rut relying on old study habits to help us get top grades. Even if you're already at the top, new techniques might work better, helping you to work more efficiently and faster. For example, try the elaborative interrogation technique where you compare ideas with other ideas, looking for connections. The idea is to try something new this year. Organization. Organization is one of the keys to success. Without a systematic method for capturing notes or structuring an outline, you won't do as well as you might like. One organization system, which I explain in another video, is called the Cornell technique. It takes time to get organized, but once you begin, it becomes automatic, saving you time in the long run. Exercise. Many people need to add weekly exercise to their routine. Did you know that exercise is correlated to increased cognition? That's right. Getting your blood moving improves how well your brain processes information. For me, when I know that I need to have my brain working at its highest level, I go out and exercise. Even when it's freezing outside, I force myself to go hiking. By the way, it goes without saying, exercise helps your heart and other body parts as well. Sleep. Create a sleep schedule. Studies show that we work better when we have a regular sleep schedule. First, make sure to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Then second, stick to the schedule, waking up and going to sleep at the same times each day. One hack that might work for you is to read something very difficult just before you go to bed, and your brain will continue working on it while you're sleeping. However, one student told me a few weeks ago that he can't do that. He has to decompress or he doesn't sleep and he has insomnia. So do what's best for your body. Culture. Attend one cultural event a month. It's easy to focus on studies and neglect everything else in life. Yet, science indicates that we learn better when we are exposed to new experiences. So if your university has a music department, go listen to the orchestra or some ensemble. Or maybe a drama department. Catch a play. You will be a better person and a better student for doing this. Spirituality. All of us have a spiritual dimension, which many of us express by attending formal religious services. So if you attended religious services in the past, keep attending. For those of you who aren't religious, you might find that walking in a park or on a beach helps you connect to your spirituality. Social media. Now is the time to spend less time on social media. This may mean taking your smartphone, placing it in another part of the house. There are even apps that will turn off your smartphone and keep you from accessing certain apps. If that's what you need to do, do that. Small groups. Join a small group. Some of the most successful students use small groups wisely, as I've mentioned in another video. Learn how to better deal with your emotions. This might mean sharing your emotions with a trusted friend, or it might mean talking to a counselor. I find that when I share my thoughts with somebody, it reduces the amount of stress in my life. Family. Create a schedule to talk to family if you don't live with them. If you're like me, you can get caught up with the daily routine of life and neglect the family that doesn't live near you. You'll feel better, and they'll feel better knowing that you're okay. Podcasts. Find a podcast about something completely unrelated to what you're studying. It's important for your mind to learn new things, which helps your brain learn better. Accountability. Work with a study buddy. This is a person that you spend time with on school-related work. When you agree to do something with your study buddy, you're much more likely to do it. Unfortunately, promises to ourselves are pie crust promises, easily made and easily broken. Gratitude. Did you know that developing an attitude of gratitude can help your brain, improve your health, and help you get better sleep? There is scientific evidence that demonstrates the benefits of gratitude. So here's what you can do to become more grateful. In one study, participants were asked to write a letter of gratitude to someone each week. Though the vast majority of participants never sent those letters, the study showed that they had significant benefits just by writing the letter. So this year, start practicing gratitude. Start thinking about the little things in life that you're grateful for. Let me start this one by telling you that I am grateful for my wonderful wife and my 5 delightful children. As you make promises for the new year, share them with me in the comment section below. You might inspire someone else with your story. New videos every other Wednesday, so hit the subscribe and bell button so you can become a better student and a better lawyer.